Buenas tardes, buenas noches,
Who's in there?
buenos dias.
Sorry, guys, we're a couple minutes late. We just had the longest sushi dinner ever.
Slowest service in the history of mankind.
2 hours to get sushi dinner, guys. That camera angle's terrible, though, because I wonder if we can put it there. Hold on, guys. We're not in our home location, so we're working.
Giving everybody nausea now.
Sorry. We're working with an imperfect system here. Oh, now you get up the dress shot? No, that's not good. All right, let's fix this. Sorry, guys. You probably should have fixed this all before we started.
But we were late.
We were very late. Okay. You're going to get our heads cut off. That's it. Okay, that's going to have to do.
I'll cut off my head.
Who's all in there? Jonathan, hello. Barry, thank you. It is a spectacular place to celebrate. So we're Brad, hi. Basil, thank you, everybody. This is what 49 looks like.
I should have done that more like the blancmange dude.
Or like one of the Price is Right guys or girls. Right? Who else is there? Peter, thank you, from Denmark. So yes, it is a fabulous place to be. We're in Panama right now.
Panama.
We had to do a border trip to renew our visas for Costa Rica, and we decided to make a little mini vacay of it. So we are on the side, not that you can see it, but we're on the side of the Baru volcano. So I might have a few times shared on our community page photos from our rancho where you can see a big volcanic mountain way in the distance from where we live. We're actually now currently sitting on the side of that volcano.
On the far side from our house.
Yes. So
Boquete is the town. It's a common base camp for people that want to hike up the volcano.
Which we will be doing tomorrow.
Dark
starting
and early.
At 4 a.m. So let's see. Brad says I don't look a day over 39. Thank you, Brad. That's very generous of you.
You look pretty good.
I feel at least a day over 80 most days.
You look pretty good. There's no lies. No lies detected.
Thank you. We hit the hot springs today, and I had a beautiful, really wild, cold river next to it. So I got to do the cold and hot dips, which was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Jonathan. Lots of people in there today.
That's good.
Yeah. Sorry for the kind of rough organization here, guys. But I wish I could share this view with you. Did you hear that?
Somebody's practicing the trumpet down the hill.
Do you think that's a trumpet? It sounds like a bugle.
Same difference.
There's legitimately somebody playing a bugle down the hill.
Trumpet's just a bugle with valves.
Let's see if I can bring this camera so you guys can see.
Oh, she's taking us for a walk.
Oh, see, behind us.
That's Boquete.
That's Boquete, which is the small town we just had our dinner in.
Slowly.
It's absolutely beautiful. Anybody who comes to the northern part of Panama, I absolutely recommend seeing Boquete. It's a very charming, sweet little town. It's got a ton of really good restaurants. I'm having a hard time trying to fit everything I want to do into 3 days.
It's okay. Every 3 months, we got to leave again. We can come back.
Yeah. Oh, Jonathan says he could hear the bugle.
Perfect.
There's some drumming going on down there, too. I'm not sure why. We were just down there, and I didn't hear anything when we were there.
Friday night, Ginger. The party's just getting started.
I guess so.
It's only 7 o'clock.
So,
hopefully.
A Vivizela.
Vivizela. That's those long horns they used to blow at the soccer games.
Oh, no. This sounds more like deliberate.
It was definitely brass.
Oh, here it is. Listen. Can you guys hear that? It almost sounds like maybe there's a mariachi band down there or something. Yeah, it's very cool. So, yeah, Brad says he hears it. That's a little bit weird because, like I said, we were just down there and I didn't hear anything. But no, We were waiting on our sushi.
I saw these girls come up to the counter because they also do takeaway, and I'm like, I should tell them to go while they're still young.
Right? To be fair, it was very good sushi, but it legitimately took 2 hours to get our dinner today, so we almost didn't make it back. I was speeding back up this hill to try to get here in time. Jonathan says, beautiful weather here in Michigan. Really? I'm a little surprised.
October's nice usually.
I don't know. My mother put pictures on Facebook today that it snowed where they live today. So, no, thank you. I'm happy with my mountain.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy with your mountain too.
It's raining right now, but you wouldn't be able to tell because it's very gentle today. Basil says, don't do Joe on the volcano tomorrow. You mean throw me in?
That's what he means.
Some days I really wish he would.
He's got your back. He doesn't want you to be the sacrifice.
Hi, John. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yes, it's been an unusual birthday, to be honest. Oh, see, so Jonathan says it was snowing the other day, but not today. And Soft Swiss Snoopy says no kitties where we're at. No, we left the kitties at home. There are cats here, but not at this house. But the Airbnb where we're staying is absolutely beautiful. This whole terrace that looks out over the town and the mountains is really breathtaking.
For sure.
It's ridiculously cheap. I love it when it's that. I love it when it's cheap and beautiful. So
cheap and easy like me, right?
You think you're easy? I got questions. No. So, guys,
we did see some southern trash pandas too.
Yeah, we saw. Okay, so today when we were coming back into town from the hot springs, they have a big like a town sign. It's made with these giant letters, right? Boquete. And around the sign, there were all these little, they're called coatamundis.
I think so.
And they're like raccoons. They have really long snouts, like an anteater kind of, but they're more like raccoons. They're very gentle and passive, but and friendly, but they're really adorable. So I took a little video of them. We've seen them before in Costa Rica, but only in the north part of Costa Rica. So I was a little surprised because we don't have those where we live, and we're only like, as the crow flies, what, 3 hours away, maybe
tops.
So
actually, you know what? I think maybe only an hour and a half. If you went straight from our house through Rio Sereno to like the other side of this volcano, Nueva California.
Yeah, as the crow flies.
Yeah.
It was like 6.5 hours to actually drive here, but you have to, drive down and then back up because there's like a volcano in the way. So Ecuador. So Brad wants to know how far we are from Ecuador.
Approximately 9 degrees of latitude. However far that is. You look it up. Do the math. I don't have anything
far. So, Brad, if you're looking at the map, and I won't pull one up because I don't know how to do that on here. Our property is almost right on the border, like in the middle of Costa Rica, like center of the country between the two oceans, and almost right on the border with Panama. So
Panama.
You take that dot, like San Vito is the biggest town near us. And then I guess go up from there to Ecuador and you'll see. It's pretty far. Ecuador is far. Eh? Like I wouldn't drive there. Where's Ecuador?
Isn't Ecuador south across the equator?
Is it south?
That's why it's Ecuador.
Well, I don't know.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I honestly don't know which direction the equator is.
South still.
Okay. It's exactly 10 degrees hotter. That's all I know. I would show you on a map, but I don't know how to do that on here. Okay. I'm so technically inept. You're lucky that I managed to get the live stream working.
Okay. So the blue dot is us in Panama right now, and Ecuador is down there.
Oh, wow.
So you do your fancy backlight.
I don't know how to do that. Oh. That's not going to work. Look, that doesn't work. Everybody just look it up. Okay, right now, so we're in Boquete, Panama right now, which is only maybe 2 hours south of our house, like due south of our house. So Ecuador is quite a bit further south. Did that mix like one of those cosmetics influencers that does that?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a little backup there, Ginger.
I suck at this. I really, really do.
Hey, it was okay for extemporaneous screen map showing.
They all got Google Maps. They can all do it themselves. It's gonna work out way better, trust me. So, so otherwise, it's been a fun birthday. Like I said, we're gonna climb a volcano tomorrow.
Delicious breakfast this morning.
Yep, nice breakfast.
Hot springs, river.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you, Linda, for the birthday wishes. And she says hello to Mike too. Can you read that?
Thank you for loving our channel. It's a little far and the wire's a little bit low.
Yeah,
we really slapped this together in record time.
And without like half of our equipment.
Yep.
We were thinking about maybe doing reactions from this terrace, and we just have not had an opportunity yet. And now I can't because there's like a whole marching band behind us. What is going on down there?
Friday Night Lights.
They don't even play football here.
They play football.
So, how's things with you guys? What did you all do? Anybody do anything as interesting as us?
Nobody does things as interesting as us. That's not true. I'm constantly surprised by what people comment and what they're up to.
It's true. I'm actually impressed by a bunch of our viewers, what they get up to.
Mm-hmm.
So you should all be a little bit impressed that I've taken a break from welding my stairs.
Well, they were going to kick you out of the country in a few days if you didn't. It's not like you had a choice.
It was tough to leave my welding, guys. I'm really excited about the project. I can't wait for it to be done. So it was a little tough to leave it.
You're like my grandmother when she bragged to me that she finally used the computer to find a book in the library. I said, they took away the card catalog, didn't they, Grandma? Yes. As soon as she had no choice, that's when. Just like you giving up your welding.
Jack says, happy birthday, a.k.a. Anna Gasteyer. Who's that?
She's one of the Saturday Night Live chicks.
Oh, one of those PBS ladies?
Shreddy balls.
Guilty as charged. It's okay. I've been called way worse. I've been called way worse even just yesterday.
It happens.
Oh, Barry split 2 cords of firewood today. That sounds very exertive. Very productive.
So always stay young and sexy, right, Barry?
That's right. That's how I get him to stay young and sexy. I'm going to go split some wood. Here's a new axe. Oh, Brad says we're breaking up. It very well could be the internet here, Brad. It's an Airbnb, and it's been a little unreliable today.
Yeah. A hotspot, the computer? You cut it over?
I don't know if it's us for sure. You guys, anybody else getting this choppy feed? You have to let us know. Oh, Basil says the only way to improve my welding is to practice.
See?
I got lots of practice in me, that's for sure. The project is very large, so.
John, is that no, you can't hear us, or no, you're not having problems?
Went to an Amish store and bought barbecue ribs and mac and cheese. I want to go to Sobs with Snoopy's house.
Right?
That sounds delicious. Barry bought a hydraulic wood splitter. That's cheating.
It's like he doesn't need it anymore. He's so sexy. That's what I hear. That's what I hear, Barry. I hear it from you, Barry, but it's okay. I hear it.
Okay, but you're not allowed to have one of those.
Thanks, John.
I want your shoulders to stay tough. Oh, Linda says it was, but it's bearable. Thank you for bearing with us, Linda. We are in Central America on the side of a volcano, so I guess we should be grateful we have Wi-Fi at all.
That's true.
Elvis reactions.
Ginger has a reaction to Elvis, and you wouldn't like it.
That's not true. I don't hate Elvis, but Elvis is not my style of music. I've never been big into Elvis. And also, Is it even possible to get an Elvis reaction through copyright?
I have no
I
idea.
have my doubts, right? Like, I wouldn't even dare try. Some of the really, really big legacy acts, it's just, you're totally wasting your time to even try. They lock that stuff down, especially when it's owned by the estate of.
Yeah, estates tend to be the worst. So,
So-
greetings from Sweden, and I assume Isabel's home in Germany.
Hello, Miss Isabel. I hope you're feeling better. Up and about, splitting some firewood with Barry, maybe.
Even though he's cheating.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's getting Isabel to do all the work since she's all healed up. I hope you're
Can
feeling
Mike
better.
sing? No, the answer is no. Mike is a terrible singer.
Go ahead and try.
No. Well, I've given several renditions of Panama since we sat down. That's all you're getting.
I actually really hate that song.
I love that song.
Guys, I really hate that song. I like Van Halen. There's a lot of Van Halen songs I like. That is not one of them.
Oh, that's my favorite, my absolute favorite Van Halen song.
John likes the campy Elvis movies. Oh, wow. I like the campy Marilyn Monroe movies, but it's Marilyn Monroe. So.
Yep. Isabel's getting all sleepy. Good thing it's Friday night. Not trying to keep her up on a Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry it's so late, guys, but I made Mike promise he'd bring me for sushi tonight because one thing that's next to impossible to get in Costa Rica is sushi. And I used to be a sushi hater. The last couple of years, I've actually come to really, really love it. And now it's almost impossible to get. So I made them. They're getting louder.
They're coming up the hill.
I don't know what they're doing. Maybe it's a military coup. Oh my goodness.
Dang it, how are we going to get home?
So Basil asked if we'd checked out Madrugada's latest song. No. But I will put it on the list because we love them. Oh, Linda says everyone tries to imitate Elvis. Well, Mike does in the bedroom. a little hip action, right? How's the weather here? So, Jack, it's raining right now, and it's actually a little chilly and damp.
Mm-hmm.
But during the day, it was sunny and beautiful. Not too hot. No, it was absolutely perfect. So
yeah, one little brief.
Thank you for Malaysia.
One little brief downpour, maybe 2 o'clock for like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and that was it.
And that was it. Mm-hmm. Barry says, "Is it a funeral?" Sounds a little festive for a funeral, but you never know. It would be like a funeral I would want. I don't know. It's Friday night, so I don't know. I can't even really see where that's coming. It's seriously loud, though. Wandering minstrels, Steven says. There's a whole lot of them. Like, you guys... this is serious. Maybe there's a soccer game or something. I don't know.
Friday Night Lights. That's what I'm talking about.
That's weird. Oh, Linda says our last live was midnight there. She was ready for bed. So thanks for the day one. It's nighttime for us, but we try to shake it up.
Yeah, we do try to shake it up so that everybody can join some of them sometimes.
Sometimes we'll have one early in the morning. Sometimes we'll have one at after dinner time so we can get a little bit of everybody. One time we got shit from somebody who said, because I tweeted it out that we were going live, and he says, 7 a.m.? Yeah, right. I bet you'll get lots of people. And I commented back to him to say, 56% of our audience is from Indonesia and it's dinner time for them. So, not everybody, like the world doesn't revolve around you and your time zone, right? Sure. We try to shake it up. So, thank you, Peter, for the birthday wishes from Delaware. Oh, people actually live in Delaware.
It's true. I've been there and seen them.
Wow.
Many times.
My only exposure to Delaware is from the Wayne's World movie. Remember when he says, "I'm in Delaware"? Do you remember that?
No.
I can't remember anything else about it.
For a couple of years, I flew into Philadelphia and drove into Delaware in a rental car on the regular for work.
Sounds like a good time.
No, it really wasn't.
Well, you tell us, Pete. Is Delaware cool? Because it's not what I hear, but you never know.
Went and had dinner in Maryland with Ed, who worked there. So that was nice.
Sounds like a good time.
Ed and his wife were nice people in Maryland, working in Delaware.
Oh, Jari says 2:22 in Sweden. Oh, why are you awake still?
Because it's Friday night, damn it.
I guess so. Thank you, Samuel, for the birthday wishes. Yes, I am 49. Almost. My mom took the time today to remind me that next year's the big one. That's what she said. She goes, "It's the big one next year." She's just surprised I made it this far. And she thinks I'm crazy for wanting to hike up a volcano tomorrow.
You could stop with "she thinks I'm crazy" and you pretty much cover your mom's attitude.
It's pretty much it's true.
Live music scene in Delaware.
Really? Well, I'll be honest. I'm surprised to hear that. It's not anything I've ever heard of. But I'm not into live music scene either, so I wouldn't really know. But I'll take your word for it. So Basil says 8:22 a.m.
You still in Singapore, Basil?
Wow.
Basil gets around, right?
He really does. That's what I hear. Anyway. So yeah, Panama is beautiful, guys. We've never been to the south of Panama, just David and now Boquete.
David actually, I think, is the south. Panama is like a right angle from Costa Rica, runs east-west.
Oh, okay.
So I think David is the south. We've never been east.
Okay.
But
wow.
We know.
Okay.
We know what you mean. The other end.
So I heard something interesting yesterday. I posted to Twitter that we were in Boquete in Panama, and one of my friends told me he thought it was really funny that it's called that because apparently in Portuguese the word boquete means blowjob. And I looked it up and he's not even lying. I'm like, I wonder why they picked that. Because like it's not like Central America is unfamiliar with Portuguese, right? Because they're not that far from Brazil where they speak Portuguese.
It's true.
You'd think they would say, do we want to pick that name? Because some of the neighbors might laugh.
I've had people who are Spanish speakers and Portuguese speakers both tell me not to dare confuse the two languages. They're very proud of the differences. Of course,
no, they're nothing. The languages are nothing like it. It's just that they're neighbors, right? Like they're close in neighbornish, right? So you'd think that the Hispanics in Panama would say, not so sure we want the neighbors calling us that. But, yes, Isabel, it's white wine. It's Pinot Grigio.
Maybe it's good for tourism. Because it's kind of a racy feel.
Well, there's a reputation there. Oh. Barry says it's 7:22. That's kind of what it is. That's the time it is here, right?
Yep.
So Steven's watching us on his exercise bike. Good for you, buddy.
He's getting more exercise than we are.
I'm proud of you. It's good for you that you're getting exercise.
For sure.
Okay. I'll get mine tomorrow. Yeah. Are you going to capture your adventures on video? Yes, John, I have been recording some of it. I have a GoPro. I use my iPhone, and I have a Samsung that I also use. And I have a drone, a DJI Mini Pro 2.
Something like that, yeah.
That I will be using tomorrow on the volcano. And I will be compiling a video, kind of just like the whole 3-day adventure, the little snippets of every little thing we did, instead of doing like one video for each activity, just because a lot of them aren't really full-length video worthy. But I will be capturing our 3 days on video and giving you guys the highlights. And so one of our commenters, I posted a picture of me on our community page from the river today. She says, "Oh, you're showing a little more than you planned to." No, guys, that picture, the pink that was showing here is not my nipple. There is, in fact, a pink flower on that seam of the bathing suit. Don't get excited. I was showing you my nipple. I'd show you the whole damn thing just so that
Yes,
right?
she would.
Yeah. Well, I'm not shy about that.
Yeah, you're right though to do just little snippets because I can sit in the hot tub a lot longer than anybody can watch me sit in the hot tub.
It's true.
Yeah, it's good for me, but it doesn't make much viewing.
Oh, thank you guys all for the birthday wishes. There's so many of you. I appreciate it. Oh, John says he's living through it with us vicariously. John, you got to come down and do some of it. It's wicked fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even that expensive, right? Like what we did today, the hot springs today was like $3.
Yep.
You just have to get there,
Yeah,
right?
got to get there. Yeah. Barry's watching the old Lake Superior vacation. We miss Lake Superior. Got to be honest.
Oh, yeah. I do miss Lake Superior. The river today was not quite that cold, but it was cold. It was close. It was pretty cold, that river.
Yeah, it was rushing pretty good too.
Yeah. But it wasn't as cold as Lake Superior, so I do miss it because I love swimming in Lake Superior. Linda says we're the most relaxed couple.
Ginger gets her most relaxation when she's sitting down here in front of the camera with you guys. Otherwise, she's like
the rest of the time I'm
welding
like
or
doing something. This is my opportunity to just sit and relax. Yeah, this doesn't hurt.
$3. Yeah, that's good. So
There you go. You're halfway there.
Get down to Boquete.
Just come on down and I'll drive you over. Yeah, we had a bit of an. It's always an adventure to try to cross the border from Costa Rica to Panama. I don't have a lot of experience in foreign borders, but
yeah, I mean, U.S. Canada is pretty easy.
Yeah, the U.S.-Canadian border. Anybody who's familiar with the border between the U.S. and Canada, don't even imagine is even remotely similar to that. Because when we were in Canada, if you wanted to go to the States for the day, no problem. You just go through the border, you give them your passport, just going for the day. Okay, have a good day, and they send you on your way.
Yeah, they don't even stamp it.
No, but it is not like that here at all. Like, first you have to go to one office to pay your exit tax to leave Costa Rica because they tax you to leave. Then you have to take the receipt from there and go to their border office, their customs office, so they can give you an exit stamp saying that you're leaving the country. The funny thing is the town where you do all this is kind of like a gray zone. So you get your passport stamped with an exit stamp from Costa Rica, and then you have to walk over to the Panama office. And in that period of time, you're technically nowhere.
Yeah, you're not legally
because you're not legally in either country. You go to the Panama office and then hope that they let you in. If they don't let you in, then I don't know what you would do. Go back to Costa Rica and hope they give you another stamp to get back in. I don't know.
I bet you could live in Paso Canoas without checking into either country like forever.
If you'd want to, but it's shithole.
It's a crap hole. It really is.
Yeah, it's a really terrible town.
But
But yeah, so yeah, like yesterday, and we made it more complicated by bringing our car. And in order to leave the country with the car, the process for that is a bureaucratic nightmare. So we ended up spending several hours in bureaucratic red tape going from office to office. So it was a bit of an adventure. We made it and it was fine. It was actually easier than I expected it to be.
Yeah, I was worried it was going to be really hard.
But it was still, yeah, there's a lot of boxes to check. So I have a bunch of people that ask me questions about how to do things like that down here. So I'm going to be doing a whole video just dedicated to how to get your car legally and easily through the border, because it's a very complicated process. We got really like, oh, look, we have a troll in there while I was chatting. Who is that? Okay. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
I'd use her on this channel.
Yep.
That'll work.
All right. What more? There's more? Oh, okay. They're hidden. Sorry, guys. How did those people find us?
John doesn't think we look like international terrorists. Thank you, John.
But tell my government, because the Canadian government seems to think otherwise most of the time. So, Brad, what have you got there? I have to go early. Thank you, Brad, for spending some time. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
Yes, thanks, Brad. It's always good to see you on.
Yes. Oh, the rain's getting harder. What time is it? Anyway, I don't even know. Oh, we've only been half
We're
an hour.
half an hour.
Oh,
in. We got a counter and
I
everything.
didn't even realize there was the clock up there.
forget all
I've
the
been
time.
paying attention.
I forget all the time too.
So, guys, we've been invited, just FYI, what was it, a month or so ago? We were on a live chat with our friend Nick August, just talking about our life in Costa Rica and our homesteading and our immigration from Canada and whatnot. And he's invited us back for this Monday night.
Yes.
That's 2 days away?
3
days away. So I'll be putting a link to it up on our community page so you guys can all know when it's coming. But here's the heads up now. He had a guest cancel and he's like, oh, I was planning to have you guys on again soon anyway. So are you free? And we're like, sure. So we'll be back on there chatting with Nick.
Unless we're in limbo because we can't get back home.
Yeah, I told him, yeah, that's the caveat. If Costa Rica doesn't let us back into the country, we could have problems. We might not be able to come. But Barry says we're so popular, we need moderators. Popular with the XXX Best Adults Dating site? Where have you been surfing, Michael? I want to know.
Just your page, baby. That's all it takes.
My YouTube channel brings up all these XXXs, apparently. Well, according to one of our viewers, so does our community page now. The pink is not my nipple.
This time.
This time. So I have accidentally done that, guys, where I posted a picture on Twitter and I didn't notice right away, but oops, there was a little bit of nipple showing. Darn it. And it wasn't on purpose. Whatever anybody tells you, it wasn't on purpose.
Basil's right. We know the routine now. Unfortunately for us, the routine involves a 6-hour round trip to get the paperwork to take the car out of the country if we want to bring the car.
Yeah, guys, you got to get an exit permit in order to take your car out of the country of Costa Rica legally. Well, I mean, you don't need it to take it out, but you do need it if you ever want to bring it back. But the National Registrar's Office, they only have a couple in the country, and none of them are anywhere near where we live. So the closest one is 3 and change hours away. So we had to make a whole day trip just to go get the paperwork so that we could leave the country with the car. But it was worth it because it's beautiful to drive through here. Like the mountains of Panama, where there are mountains up here, are absolutely beautiful. And it gives us freedom to go where we want.
Yep.
And I sure as hell couldn't walk up the hill to this Airbnb, I'll tell you that.
So the first time we came into Panama, we used taxis everywhere, and that got pretty expensive.
Yeah, the first time we came in, we stayed in David, which is a pretty big town on the west side, near the coast.
Southwest, yeah, for sure. Straight down on the west edge, on the south coast. Yep.
Okay.
You're correct.
So, okay.
That's where it is. And
yeah, we took taxis everywhere. That was an adventure. Taxis in Panama are a bit of an adventure. See, I thought taxis in Costa Rica were a little sketchy. They got nothing on the Panamanians. So when we were in David, we took this one taxi from our hotel we wanted to go shopping to one of the malls. So we got in his car and the seatbelts didn't work. And he had like something holding, like a bungee cord holding his driver's door closed or something. And like the insides of the doors didn't have panels, right? And on the way, he stopped at the gas station so he could it was like $1.17 worth of gas in his car so he could get us to the mall. And he nearly killed us. I'm telling you, I thought he was going to kill us. It was really quite the trip.
I bet after we paid him, we went and put like $3 more of gas in his car.
Maybe he did. As the drinking water situation and the changing cuisine. You mean in Costa Rica or in Panama compared to Costa Rica? Because in Costa Rica, no, there's nowhere to get poutine, but that's okay because I make it myself every once in a while. I actually have the makings for poutine in the freezer at home as we speak. So when we get back, I'll make it. Here in Panama, I'll be honest, the cuisine choices are significantly better. Costa Rica has many wonderful things. It is a beautiful country, and I love it. And I'm very glad that we live there. But
the food scene is not.
Yeah, if you're a foodie, you got to learn how to cook because the restaurant choices are, well, in San Jose, which is the capital city, you can get just about anything you want. But outside of San Jose, you're on your own. I mean, the sodas are really good. The local food is excellent. And
Good night, Isabel.
Good night, Isabel, sweetie. The fried chicken is the best I've ever had. But your choices, I mean, if you don't want local food, the choices for anything else are very, very slim.
Yep.
And most of them aren't very good. So
we're fortunate to have some decent Italian near us because San Vito was settled by Italians 60 years ago.
Yep.
Carved it out of the jungle, basically.
Yep.
But the rest of the country, there isn't any.
Yeah, it's a little pricey too, so you don't want to do that a lot. Drinking water is fine. Costa Rica actually has very strict regulations on their drinking water treatment system. So, I mean, I don't like drinking it because it actually has too many chemicals.
Mm-hmm. They treat it real hard.
They treat it very hard. So I'm going to set up a rainwater collection system and distillation system for our drinking water eventually. But, well, we don't get parasites at least. Right. We might grow a third arm, but we won't get parasites. So
Ginger would love a third arm. Think how many more things she could do.
Wouldn't you love it too? Think of how many more things I could do.
Yeah, I like your attitude.
Sometimes. So, I can't read that anymore. Poutine is one thing, as Samuel misses about Montreal. Yeah. I miss poutine, that's for sure. And good pizza. I heard that good pizza is hard to come by in Costa Rica, and they're not wrong. Mm-hmm. It's very hard to come by. But we had actually, when we entered Panama, we got Little Caesars. I haven't had a Little Caesars since we left Canada. It was pretty good, actually. Rainwater. Yeah, I'll be doing a rainwater collection system and a distiller for rainwater for our drinking water because I really don't like the chemicals they put in the water. And I mean, it's that or you get really sick.
Some days I'd be worried about taking a match to our tap water.
We've actually, guys, one time I turned the tap on and I swear for the whole night we couldn't drink our water because it smelled like gasoline. I don't know if something happened in the water treatment plant where there was a spill or something got in the line somewhere, but I swear to God, the water smelled like gasoline. I was like, don't drink it.
For hours.
Yeah. So, I mean, stuff like that scares me a little. I'd rather have control of it myself. So, oh yeah, see, TG has the right idea. I will be building a pizza oven.
It's on the list.
It's already in the plans.
It's on Ginger's list is as long as her arms. That's why she needs a third one.
It's true. It's true. It's true. I have at least 5 years worth of plans for building. So it's going to take a little while.
You going to retire after that?
This is my retirement. What are you talking about? This is what it looks like when I'm retired. It's like, okay, right now I'm building an apartment. Next, I'm building a goat house and a gazebo. Then we'll redo the rancho and build a pizza oven. That's it so far. But I already decided I want to build a forge, guys, because I'd really like to do metalworking. So,
there's no stopping her.
It's going to be far in the plans. And I figured out, guys, you have no idea how excited I was when I found out you can make your own diesel.
We happen to have a diesel truck.
I'm going to be doing that. My mother is pretty sure that I'm going to blow myself up in the process. I told her not to wish too hard for it. Start selling coffee.
Our coffee plants have to start producing first.
Yeah, our coffee plants are not.
They were cut right back to like maybe 12-inch high stumps.
Yeah.
And they've all sprouted new branches and everything, but they got a few
They're
years.
years from being able to come up with fruit, and never enough, more than enough for us to use it.
You don't know how much coffee I drink, man.
No, we might be able to get enough yield to cover our needs for a couple of months, but that's it. And I would never dare try to compete with the market here, like in Costa Rica. They got, yeah. No, we only want enough for us and maybe share with our friends, and that's about it. Thank you, Sam, you fangirl. Oh, that's a nice thing to say.
Yes, thank you.
From Finland. Thank you, G-Man. Nice of you to pop in. Oh, I'm feeling old today all of a sudden.
Just wait till I'm done with it tomorrow.
Oh my God, guys. I'm actually a little bit scared about this hike. It's not the distance because it's not that far, but the elevation, what did you say? 13,000 feet?
It's a 2-kilometer climb.
Up a 14-kilometer distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's steep and long.
So I might lose Mike. Just FYI, guys. It might end up being just my channel after. Right? I might lose him on. Well, you don't do great with the altitude.
Yeah.
When we were in St. Lucia, which is one of the French Virgin Islands, right? French?
Yeah.
It's a French Virgin Island.
I think it went back and forth between British and French, and maybe that's where it landed. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's they have these things called the pitons, and there are these two really big kind of peaks that stick up straight out of the ocean, and they're pretty high. What's that? It wasn't the Gros Piton. We went up the Petit Piton, which was the smaller one, but it was still
2,600 feet. Yeah,
2,600 feet, I think, above sea level to the peak.
And straight up.
Yeah, and I lost Mike halfway up that hill. I didn't lose him, but I left him behind.
She did.
I left him behind with a guide. I didn't just ditch him, but the altitude, he was struggling too much.
You know what? When we live at that height, or actually higher now every day.
So it might be easier.
Maybe I'm better prepared, but we're going up a lot higher too. So maybe not so much.
Yeah, it might be me that struggles. I don't know.
You can go as slow as me.
I don't think that's possible. I think we all agree that's probably not possible.
Ginger doesn't do slow.
No.
You're all getting free musical entertainment tonight. Live music.
That's really something. I gotta tell you. If you can hunt ducks with a garden rake, you're high. What? I don't know what he's smoking. G-Man,
no,
you got lead paint in your house?
High on drugs at altitude. Ducks go flying by and grab them with the rake.
Oh, I see.
Don't be insulting the viewers, lady. Save the insults for me.
I totally wanted to know what the hell he was talking about. I was like, what? We don't do those kinds of drugs here. Barry says he thinks it's a funeral. Oh, hi, Steven. Oh, he's back. So for those who've just joined us, I'm going to show you our view, sort of. So we're at, that's the town of Boquete down there. That's where all the marching band noise is coming from. I don't know what's going on down there. Barry thinks it's a funeral. That's a hell of a funeral.
Barry's morbid.
He's not morbid. That sounds like a very festive funeral. Yeah. So this is my birthday. I'm spending it with you guys. And I love that. I love that you all came out to wish me happy birthday. Thank you. What? John. It's weird, right?
You shouldn't have told these people these
No, it's
facts.
funny. It's just hysterical. Okay, for those of you who have just tuned in and are catching up, the town of Boquete in Portuguese, that word means blowjob. When my friend told me, I actually thought he was having me on because I'm pretty gullible, right? Like if you tell me something, I'll generally believe you mostly because I believe people don't lie. But people lie all the time.
They do. It's true.
So when he told me that, I was like, there's no way. There's no way they'd name that town Blowjob. Why would they name it that?
Well, because they don't speak Portuguese, they speak Spanish.
Well, they did. They named it Blowjob. So maybe I should tell my mom. That'd be funny. I wonder how she'd react. Yeah. So
Tell my mom, she'll laugh her ass off.
we're in the town of BJ. Mike's very excited about that.
Who wouldn't be?
G-Man says, I do and I don't want to live in BJ. Well, I guess it depends on whether or not you're giving or getting, right?
Cutting through to the heart of the matter as always, Ginger.
I'm always thinking in practical terms, right? Okay. Are you on the giving or receiving end of this scenario? Well, I hope that marching band stops soon. We got to go to bed early because
like a 4
we're leaving at like 4 a.m. I got to pack still. G-Man's playing bingo. Do you bring trolls when you go to bingo? Well, okay. So Mike knows where I'm going with this, I think.
No, I don't.
No, really?
I was just laughing at it. Okay.
So Mike,
I know you're going somewhere.
Mike's a Raptors fan. Toronto Raptors basketball team, right? And he was watching a game the other day, and they have what's that player that I said looked like a troll doll?
Oh, Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes. Legitimately looks like one of those troll dolls that the bingo ladies bring to the bingo hall with them, right?
Hair.
His hair is like, it is, but it's like straight up like this, and it's wild and crazy. It looks really. If he dyed it purple, he would totally look exactly like a troll doll. I feel like rubbing him for luck, like the bingo ladies do.
Don't insult the reigning rookie of the year, okay?
I didn't say he was a shitty player.
I just said he has
hair like a troll doll.
I just said don't insult.
Oh.
It's one of my boys. Watch out.
See, he takes it very seriously, his basketball. I still think he looks a little like a troll doll. It's okay. We've got some of the Blue Jays, the Toronto Blue Jays players. They got weird hair too.
You don't like Bo's flow?
I don't know what that means.
He's got the luxurious long curtain down the back.
Oh, those mullets. What are you doing, boys? Just say no to the mullet. Oh, Bass is like 4 a.m. Damn. What time is it where you are again? I think it's pretty early where you are. Oh, thank you, Stan. It has been a happy birthday. I can't lie. If you told me that I would be doing, at the age of 49, I'd be doing what I was doing today and what I'm doing tomorrow, I would have laughed.
So there you go.
They would have been like, old people don't do that stuff.
Old people.
Well, back in the day, that's what I thought. I thought
I've already had the
old.
big one.
I know. Yes, but you divorced her.
Oh. Well played.
John says, myself and some family members met my brother-in-law at the Buffalo airport. We were going to see the Red Sox and Blue Jays. We all put on t-shirts, and that said, we love Blue Jays when we greeted him. Aw. Except for they choked this year. Again.
Ginger was not happy with the way the Jays went out this year.
No.
Neither was I.
They could have at least made a sport of it.
Right?
Sheepers. They made it right into the, was that semifinals?
No. It was
finals?
The wild card.
Well, what does that mean?
They have more rounds now than they used to.
Oh, my God. I can't keep track anymore.
So they made it and lost best of 3 and 2 straight.
Crazy. Yeah. But I do love watching baseball. So even when the Blue Jays lose, I still like watching it. It's one of those games that I actually hate watching all sports except for baseball. And it's weird because everybody always gives me crap. They're always like, but baseball's the most boring. Well, I can put it on and I can relax watching it. Like you see all these people watch football and they watch hockey and they get all like tense and freak out and they yell at the TV. I do that at the news. I don't want to do it for my sports. I want to relax for my sports, but I do occasionally yell at the umpires still.
Barry, you remember that the Blue Jays, before their mascot was renamed Ace, used to be BJ Birdie? They renamed him Ace when the world got too coarse to handle a mascot named BJ.
I don't remember that, actually. That's hysterical. Because they're all jerks like me. They laugh like 8-year-old boys when you say the word BJ. So anyway, no, it's getting cold up here.
So you want to pack it in?
Yeah, guys, we got to get up. We have to leave at 4 a.m. for our volcano trip. So we'll start hiking in the dark. It'll still be dark when we start hiking.
Yep. I think the gates open at 5.
Mm-hmm. And it's a 5 to 6 hour hike to
Unless
the top.
You're me, in which case it'll probably be 7.
And then another just as long as that back down. So it's a full day of walking up. Cricket is the game for me.
Neither of us understands cricket.
I don't friggin' get cricket. I'm sorry. How do you play one game over multiple days? That just takes too damn long.
Ginger doesn't have that kind of time to sit still.
I can't sit no. I got stuff to do. I can barely make it for a 3-hour baseball game. It's a good thing most of the time it comes on when it's too dark for me to work. So I actually have to sit down. So, yeah, we're going to pack it in, guys. But thank you so much for coming out to wish me a happy birthday. I'm sorry it wasn't more interesting. I could have done a dance or something, but I'm afraid I might have fallen off the balcony. No, it's a really long way down.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, but I will share some video and some photos. Near the beginning of the week, I'll put together a video of our little trip and share with all of you guys because it really is breathtaking here. It's beautiful.
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a nice trip for sure. Please review an English band called White Lies.
Ginger hates lies, even white ones.
I really hate lies, especially white ones, actually. Oh, John says, watch your step, more Arion. May the road rise up to meet me. Well, it will. The question is just how hard. But thanks for coming out, guys. I'm going to go to bed now. I'm going to make Mikey tuck me in. And then, we'll give you an update about whether or not we make it tomorrow.
We'll live, but hopefully we make it to the top.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for coming out. Have a good rest of the weekend. We'll see you next week.